Hey guys, hey, happy Thursday. Welcome back to Amazon Live, Facebook Live, everything live. Oh, Lucky's here with me and he's already barking and wanting to come up. How you guys doing? I'm going to let you guys jump in for a minute. So excited to see you guys for our new weekly Ask the Midwife Q&A, okay? And I decided to call it that. Let me just turn my light up a little because it seems a little bit dark. Let me see if that is any better. Okay, decided to actually rename our Q&A because I wanted to give you all an opportunity to ask me any question that you wanted. And it doesn't have to be breastfeeding. And I know that that's typically what we do, but the truth is that, you know, my background is in all of it. And so if you have pregnancy questions, if you have birth questions, if you have new parenting questions, breastfeeding questions, trying to conceive, whatever you want. You can ask me anything. You can ask me about dogs. You can ask me about products. You know, we can talk here. We can talk about anything. So anything you want, sky's the limit. And we're going to be doing this every single week. So I'm excited to be starting this with all of you. Hi, my lovelies, all jumping into the chat here. How are you guys tonight? I got Lucky with me. Yes, he's right here. And he's sitting in, you're going to laugh. So I got this new diaper bag here that someone sent me. And Lucky loves the diaper bag. He has literally been obsessed with it. He's sitting in it. I'm going to bring it on a live stream, not tonight, but I'm telling you, he's in love with this thing. So he's sitting next to me and now he wants to be picked up, of course, as soon as I'm ready to go live. So hi, everyone. Hi, Carla. Hi, Chris. Hi, Aaron. Hi, everyone. Giovanna. Look at all you guys. Hi, Shayla. Okay. So yeah, so a bunch of you guys submitted a bunch of questions here, and so we're definitely going to answer those. And anybody who wants to get their question answered, and you have some questions, the best way for you to do that, if you have the My Baby Experts app, to go submit your question there. That is the easiest way. Obviously, Chris, you can put your question here too. It's just that the chat starts to scroll really fast, so I'll try my best to address them as I see them. All right. We also have a ton of great products as always, and I'm going to just give you a little lay down here in case anybody is, that's okay. You don't have to be sorry. Don't ever be sorry for asking a question, okay? But for anybody who is new to Amazon Live and you're on the chat here, that's the chat we're going to be watching tonight here. If you are somewhere else, click through the link, come right over to the chat. This is where we're going to be talking to each other, and we're also going to be giving away prizes tonight. Who wants prizes? You guys love prizes. I know. So we will have prizes for you as always, okay? We will have 3 winners tonight. And we also have our weekly breastfeeding giveaway winner with Bamboobies, okay? We have that tonight too. I'm going to announce the winner for you all. All right, so we're going to do that right now. We're going to do that not now, but in the chat while we're live tonight. All right, so yeah, there's Kaylee in the chat. She's going to help you guys out. Joe's also there for all of you so that he can answer questions in case you're having any issues. And that's it. And then also all the products that we're going to be talking about tonight as well are right below me here. If you are on your desktop, it will be a carousel right below me. You can click on any of those products. You can check out the deals. You can add them to your cart, read about them later, save them for later. Come back to this Q&A as well if you have questions that you want to hear again or the answers you want to hear again. And if you're on your mobile, it's just a tab away. All right. So there's a chat and then there's a shop tab, and that's where you get your question. You get your products. All right. So yeah, I think we need to get started because there were a lot of questions that actually came in, and so I want to make sure that I get to a lot of them tonight, as well as talking about some of the products. How can you get another boy? Okay, we're going to cover that in another one, but we're not going to cover that tonight. But that's actually a very good question. It's a very good question. Let's see. Let's go on to some breastfeeding questions, Q&As, and let me see if I can answer a few of those for you. All right, let's see here. So the first question came in from Caitlin, and Caitlin said, um, this is a good question. Hi, I'm not sure if this is a vague question, but I was wondering if you could talk about pacifiers and breastfeeding. I was trying to explain to my boyfriend that it can cause nipple confusion, but I'd also like to see your point of view as a lactation consultant as far as them being a good idea or useful. All right, Caitlin, that's a great question because it can really go both ways. All right, here's my opinion about pacifiers and breastfeeding. Babies can breastfeed and also take a pacifier. And very often, a pacifier is needed for some babies because they really like to suck. All right. That being said, for babies that are having any kind of trouble latching onto the breast or having any kind of breastfeeding issues or any kind of weight gain issues, or in those first, like maybe that first week or so, I would just avoid using the pacifiers because if you're having trouble getting the baby to the breast, obviously any kind of artificial nipple introduced at that point, yes, can cause the baby. I wouldn't say it's nipple confusion. It could just make the baby make it more difficult for them to actually latch onto the breast, and that's because the pacifier obviously sticks out. It's much easier for them to suck on, and so it's going to make it harder for them to learn how to use those oral muscles to actually suck the breast and nipple into their mouth. All right. So, but as far as like a baby that is latching well, gaining weight, doing fine, some babies really have a very strong need to suck, and pacifiers can be really, really good for babies in that case. Babies can also suck on your breasts like a pacifier, and that's fine as well. That's, they suck to eat, they suck to soothe. Breastfeeding is not just for food and nutrition, but it's also for the comfort and for all that feeling of bonding that they're getting from it. And so that non-nutritive sucking that we call it is actually really good for the baby and also really good for you and also for your supply. Okay. It's also helps secrete all that nice oxytocin and really it helps in every single way. Okay. But pacifiers are not something that needs to be restricted while you're breastfeeding. And I'll tell you, my babies, well, I'll say Jade, my first, took a pacifier, loved it from the very, very beginning. She breastfed, she took a pacifier. Talia, on the other hand, never liked her pacifier, also never took a bottle. And, we just breastfed. So we didn't do that. So it really comes down to the baby. Often it is baby preference. But pacifiers are fine. And in a lot of ways, pacifiers can even be very useful for, there's actual research out there. I'm going to put him down for a second. There's actual research out there that even, talks about pacifier use helping to be good for SIDS prevention as well. So I don't really see an issue with it. In my online breastfeeding course, Simply Breastfeeding, I talk a lot about, I have to move this light. Hold on a second. Joe was down here, as you guys know, and now a lot of my stuff is moved in the wrong direction. So just hold on because I'm getting a big glare. Okay. So I'm still seeing the glare. Let's see. Maybe I take the glasses off. Okay. These are my blue light glasses, by the way. So if my eyes start to water, I'm going to have to put them back on. But what this is, these are blue light glasses that protect my eyes from the screen, which you should all be using if you have a lot of screen time, which who doesn't, all right, in front of our computers, in front of our cell phones, in front of the TV, blue light glasses. And I think we did actually add them to the chat. I mean, to the carousel, I think, Joe, right? They're in the carousel. I think so. All right. So yeah, that's our first question. Great question, Caitlin. Thank you for, oh, there it is in the carrot. He put it in the chat here for you. Okay. Hi, Rochelle. Okay. So great. That is a great question. And yes, Shayla, it does help with SIDS. Okay. Let's see. Should we do more questions here? What do you guys want to know? Are there any products in the carousel too that you guys want to hear about? Because of course I will cover all those as well. If you want to talk about anything, tonight's sponsors, let's talk about this. We have some really great things here for you all, and all these great products that are in our October giveaway. So if you're not entered in our October giveaway, you want to go enter right now. Let me pop that on the screen because I don't think I did that. And we need a little banner or something here. Okay, this is the download the My Baby Experts app. Okay, if you want to know everything that we do, if you want to get notified when we go live, if you want to enter our amazing giveaways, if you want to see the products that we recommend, if you want to chat and be part of the community, um, you can need to go download the app. Okay, the app will kind of pull it all in together, and there's also a video library that you guys can access with tons and tons of information in there. There's also online courses that you can access. So my breastfeeding course, my cloth diapering course, all of those things are in the app. All right, so go check it out. That is definitely the place to be. And especially when other things are not available. If anything goes down, we had our app, right? I was very excited about that this week. So, all right. Heather's asking me, how hard was it to become a midwife? Well, I give you a little bit of my background. I was a registered nurse, and then I went back to school. So I got my undergraduate 4-year college for nursing school. And then I went back and got a master's degree and went through midwifery school. So it took quite a few years. I would say that my entire program, it took me about 4 years plus part-time on my master's program. And that was another 4 years. All right. And then after that, I had a medical practice, midwifery practice, where I delivered babies out of the hospital. I saw patients regularly every day. I did well woman care. I did prenatal visits, and I also delivered babies. And so I did that for quite a while until I became a lactation consultant and opened my store. And that's how all this ties together, is that I went into the retail business, teaching moms and dads all the stuff that I talk about here in our live streams. And so I had a really big store in New Jersey called the Birth Boutique. And actually, most of the products that you're seeing here, the Bamboobies when they first started, and all the Milky stuff and the Dapple, all these things were in my store. Okay, they were all in my store, and they were great products then, and they still are now. So these are things that I recommended and actually used myself with my own babies. And Lucky wants to come back again. He's going to want to be held the whole entire time. All right. Let's see. What other questions do we have here for you guys? Okay. Brandy asked the question, does breastfeeding cause night sweats? And the answer is yes, it does. Okay. Breastfeeding causes your hormones to fluctuate, and that's just normal. And that's going to happen during pregnancy. It can also happen while breastfeeding. Does that mean everybody who's breastfeeding is going to have night sweats? But I would say that from the hormonal effect of it, yes, you can have night sweats during breastfeeding, and that could just be so uncomfortable. All right, it can be very uncomfortable. Wearing clothing that is breathable, cotton, lightweight is going to be important. Also, making sure that you're wearing clothing that is going to be safe for baby as well. So it's not big, heavy things, nothing that if you're nursing can get wrapped around the baby or can be a hazard to the baby. Those are all things to keep in mind. As we're talking about that, I'm thinking about like even the nursing bra behind me. This is one of the Bamboobies nursing bras, and I absolutely love. I got to tell you, I'm actually wearing and using the Bamboobies tanks and bras because they're so comfortable. They're so comfortable. All right. And this one behind me is the strappy bra here. I'm going to turn it around so you can see the back of it. This model is a little bit small. Okay. And this is this is the bra that I use. So it's a little bit big for this model here, but it is so comfortable. And between this and then they also have, this is their yoga nursing bra. Okay. This is their it has a different back to it. Okay, so you can see it here, and this is the back. So it's a little bit of a different back. What I love about these is that they're so comfortable, soft. They're supportive. They have a clasp in the back, which is really important when you're nursing, so that you can, during pregnancy, your rib cage is expanded, and so to wear these at the end of pregnancy or throughout, and then be able to, keep on using it after the baby's born, when the rib cage contracts back down, and you're going to keep on shrinking. Okay, so being able to make this tighter is a really important piece of a bra that is sort of what I would consider like a sleeping bra, or a bra that can be used, um, even during your engorgement time. It's very stretchy. It's also got an insert in here so that it's going to give you a nice shape like under your clothes, and also prevent you from seeing your nursing pads underneath the clothing. So I absolutely love these. These are the two type styles of Bamboo Bees bras. And then they also have their tank tops, and I love this. I wear this as well. This is the Bamboo Bees tank, and it's going to be like very long and able to stretch over a pregnant belly, as well as be used to, like, cover completely underneath a top, or as a top itself, or to sleep in. What I really recommend, if I had to say something about getting your nursing bras, or having being prepared for coming home with baby, is that you want to have at least three bras or tanks, something that you're going to be able to wear 24/7. Okay, because you are going to be leaking. You're going to have to wash them. You're going to need breast pads as well. Having something, preferably, and I think you can see it on here if I do this, a bra that will open easily. And when you pull it down, the entire bra opens and you're not squeezing through a little hole. Okay, that's pretty important, I would say, um, for like a bra, especially in the beginning, because you want to have your whole breast exposed in order to get a really good latch, right? You don't want to be squeezing through a little hole. So that's something to look for in a nursing bra. I highly recommend these. I think that these are great. Like having like maybe two of these bras and two tanks is like the perfect way to get started until you can use them during pregnancy as well. Yeah, and this is actually, these are the products from Bamboo Bees that are all part of our breastfeeding giveaway. So someone was going to win $100 gift card once a week. We do this giveaway once a week, so that we pull a winner, and we do have a winner for this week, and I'm going to announce the winner here live tonight for this week's winner. Okay, and if you didn't win, it's okay, because we just start again every week, and all your points will carry over for week to week. All right. So what else am I going to give you today? I'm going to give you three prizes. Okay. We're going to be doing three prizes. We're also going to be announcing the breastfeeding giveaway winner. We're going to be giving you an October bonus, October giveaway code. Okay, for the October giveaway that you can use in your membership card in the app to accumulate points. I'm also going to give you a breastfeeding bonus code today. All right. Again, in the app. And if you have the app, you know what I'm talking about. All right. You guys know what I'm talking about. Kaylee's going to give me all those numbers so that I don't forget. We're going to have a little contest too to guess these numbers, to get the prize tonight. Let me see here. She did give it to me. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Fantastic. Yay. Yay, right? That's fun. All right, let's do some more questions. What else do we have here? We have a question from, let's see. Oh, this was a good question. This was from Shayla. And I know Shayla just had her baby recently. She's asking me if there's ice crystals, like freezer burn, in the frozen bag of breast milk. Is it still good? Here's what I would say about that. I would say that if the milk has ice crystals or some freezer burn, that can happen. Obviously, like with any frozen food, you can see ice crystals or some freezer burn. What's actually happening is the air is pulling some of the moisture out of it, and then it kind of dehydrates it just a little bit. All right. In most cases, it's going to be totally fine. If the milk doesn't have like an awful smell to it, it didn't go bad, but it's just got some freezer burn. Usually when you defrost that milk, you're not going to have any problem at all. And I would say that you'll probably notice the difference. If there's a problem, you would know. Okay. So I would say that it's probably fine. It's very rare that breast milk goes bad. So I would err on the side that it's probably still fine. A couple of things. I had some thoughts when I was looking at that question earlier about freezing. And, I've been very involved in doing a bunch of vacuum sealing with my freezer stuff. And this is just talking about regular food. And I was thinking about, how would it work to actually take your breast milk storage bags and then vacuum seal them to eliminate that risk of getting some of the freezer burn on them. And I think that would actually be a really good idea. You know, when I think about like putting them into a milk storage bag, you know, getting the air out as much as you can the way you would normally do. And instead of, some people put them into a large Ziploc bag, putting them into your actual vacuum seal bag and vacuum sealing them together with some dates on them. I think that would actually be a really nice way to do it. I have the vacuum sealer that I use here in the carousel for you guys, and I love my vacuum sealer. We've been doing a lot of like demonstrations on the vacuum sealer. I absolutely love it. I've been vacuum sealing all of our food. It keeps everything fresher. And I thought, you know, for breast milk, why not? Why wouldn't we do the same thing? Okay. And this is the vacuum sealer. So here's my vacuum sealer. I'm not going to demonstrate it for you tonight, but this is the Potane vacuum sealer that I have. Super, super easy. Jamie was demonstrating how to use this the other day during our live stream. I also put all the extra storage bags that I purchased. The one that I got was a multi-size kit. Okay. So that, what if you flash freeze the milk so it won't be so liquidy and then vacuum seal it individually? I'm not sure that I don't think I would put breast milk straight into, I guess you could if you froze it. The way that I would do it, if I was going to do that, is use one of the Milky's milk trays. Okay, so you guys have seen this before. These are the milk trays where you can freeze your milk in 1 ounce containers. Okay, so you take these trays right here, and then you pour the breast milk into this tray here. Okay, and fill each one of these with, or as many as you have. You don't have to fill the whole thing, but each one of these is a 1 ounce tube. And so when you pour the milk into these, you can put the lid on and then go stick this right into the freezer. After about 3-4 hours, the milk will be frozen. When you pop these out of here, okay, and this is really nice. Like it's not silicone, it's a BPA-free plastic, which allows it to be like flexible and easy to pop out, because you need to pop out these frozen tubes. Once you pop these out, you're going to normally be putting them into like a big Ziploc bag into the freezer. That would be a really good time to throw them inside your vacuum seal bags and then vacuum seal the frozen tubes, which would actually suck all the air out of the bag and eliminate that risk of freezer burn that Shayla was asking about. All right, so this may be a really good combination here of making your milk tubes, stick them into your vacuum seal bags, vacuum seal them, put some dates on them. You can obviously, you know, label all of these really well. And then just a little trick that I've learned, because I've been vacuum sealing and then reopening the bag to take something out and then wanting to vacuum seal it again. If you put them into a large bag like that, cut yourself extra room, vacuum seal it, and leave room so that if you cut it and you want to take one of the bags out, you can reseal the bag. All right, so don't cut it too close. Give yourself enough space so there's enough, and then each time you take one out, you'll have more space so that you'll be able to use it all the way down. See how that works? I think that would be a really good way to do it. If I was freezing breast milk again, I would do it with that. Let's see. How can you, Brandy's asking, how can I store my breast milk without it taking up a lot of room? I have 2 weeks worth and my 2-week-old baby can't keep up with getting them knocked down, without getting them knocked down. How do you, so, okay, all right, so you're trying to keep up with the storage and you're trying to not take up a lot of room. You mean in your freezer, Brandy? Is that what you're asking me? I'm not sure. You can answer that, and then I'll go back to it. Poor Lucky. He wants to be held. Maybe Joe has to come get Lucky. I don't think I can hold him the whole time. Oh, baby. This is my baby now. All right, come on. Come on. All right, I know. How many of you got a little one at home that just wants to be held all the time? Because that's what I got going on with him. Yes, come get him. Come get him. I think you need to come get him. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Should we do a giveaway? You know what I'm going to give away tonight? Of course. And I don't even have any. Joe didn't make me any, but he did bring it down for me. I'm going to give out some Hot Pops tonight. All right, you guys, you know how much I love this product. These are the Hot Pop popcorn makers. I don't have the popcorn. I'm going to have it after. All right, I'm going to have it after. It's too hard to talk the whole time and eat my popcorn. And if it was in front of me, I'd be way too tempted. So I just have my Hot Pop popcorn maker here. I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to give one away. Does that sound good? Does somebody want one? All right, here, come take it. Comes Joe. Here you go. Oh, the baby. Here, you could take his bag too. That's all right. Leave it. It's fine.
You're good.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, Joe.
See you next
Joe
time.
did a good job. Joe's been doing the deal shows with us for here.
Should you say thank you?
What?
Should you say thank you?
You can say hi. Want to say hi?
I don't know.
All right.
Go.
It's all right. Okay. So this is the Hot Pop popcorn maker. Okay, it's a silicone popcorn maker. It folds flat. That's what I was doing, is punching it out here. Okay, so it does fold flat, gets put away right into the cabinet. So easy. And you can just pop it out like that. I fill it up with my organic popcorn. This is my popcorn. I also put that into the carousel for you because I really recommend that if you're going to buy popcorn, that you buy organic, non-GMO corn. Okay, I like this one here. And then what I do is I just fill it up here. I put my whole recipe together. You guys know I have a recipe for this. It is in the app if you're interested in how to follow that recipe. But the popcorn comes out delicious. It's just a few minutes in the microwave, and it's amazing. It works so good. And I know a bunch of you have it. Anybody here have the Hot Pop and love it? You guys been using your Hot Pop? I want to know. Have you been using it? And while we're waiting for you guys to tell us that, I'm going to say, all right, here's how you're going to win. All right, so let's do the first one. First one is we just picked numbers between 1 and 1,000. Okay, so right now I want you guys to all go ahead and guess a number between 1 and 1,000. And the person that comes closest to that number without going over is going to win the Hot Pop tonight. Okay, you love popcorn. I love popcorn too. Okay, pick a number between 1 and 1,000. The person who comes closest without going over is going to win. All right, let's see here. Keep going. Let's see your numbers. Let's see your numbers. Just pick, please just enter once. Okay, one number, just one number. One number. Let's give everybody a chance, and the person who comes closest is going to win. All right, Kaylee. You know what, Kaylee? You can text me the winner. Text me the winner so I can see it. All right. And we did pick these numbers ahead of time so that, you know, it's just going to be very random here. It's going to be very random. I think this is the best way to do it. I want to be fair to everybody here. Everybody gets a chance this way. Okay. All right. Look at these numbers. All right. Ready? Did everybody get their number in? Is there anybody else who didn't get their number in? If you did not get your number, please go ahead and enter your number so that we can pick a winner for the Hot Pop. You get to choose your color too. Is everybody done? Okay. Let's see. Who's the winner? Yep. Okay. And the number was number 528. 528 was the number. Okay. So the winner was Marnie. Marnie, congratulations at 462. Marnie guessed 462. She's the winner. She came closest without going over. Congratulations, Marnie. You win a Hot Pop. Fantastic. All right, cool. We got more prizes. Don't worry. There's more chances. More chances. We're going to give away another one later. And we also have another amazing prize that's different from that. Okay. That we're going to give away closer to the end. Closer to the end. All right. Let's see. Let's do another question here. Did you yeah, you won. Yes, Marnie, you won. Congratulations. All right. Let's see here. Another question that came in was from this is such a good question. Okay, this is Giovanna's question. I think Giovanna's here in the chat with us. Um, yeah, so Giovanna asked the question, do you need to keep a certain diet to breastfeed? I love this question, okay, because I love talking about this. It is one of those horrible myths out there that actually makes breastfeeding harder for moms. And that is just something that I am totally against. Okay. You do not need to eat anything special to breastfeed. And in fact, everything that you need, everything that your body needs to make milk is already there. It is not going to, if you, let's put it this way, if your diet was like really crappy, all right, you would suffer because we should all be eating a healthy diet, but your breast milk will still be perfect. And so this idea that you don't have the healthiest diet, or you don't, you eat some junk, okay, or that it's not always perfect, that you somehow are not going to be able to make perfect milk is one of those misconceptions and myths that discourages moms from breastfeeding or has you give up sooner than you should, or that you want to. You do not need to be perfect with your diet. Now, that being said, I do think that it's important to eat a healthy diet so that you take care of yourself. You're recovering from the pregnancy, you're recovering from the birth, you may have had surgery, and just in general to keep your nutrition, what you eat is going to help you to stay healthy, okay, in the short term and in the long term. And so, eating well, which, you do your best, the best that you can do, is important for you. But as far as like, do you have to have a certain diet? You absolutely do not. Okay. Do you need to drink water? You do. You need to stay hydrated. And what that means is that you need to just drink to thirst. Make sure that you're not dehydrating. You do not need to overly hydrate yourself. You do not need to do anything in addition to that. All right. In fact, I would just keep an eye on your pee, making sure that your pee is not too dark yellow. And if it's not, and you're not thirsty and you're drinking a little with each feeding, and you're probably going to be thirsty anyway, most likely everything is going to be perfectly fine. Okay. In fact, over hydration can even decrease your milk supply. So you don't want to force fluids. That's important too. And then there's sometimes, and frequently it can happen, is that your baby can be sensitive to something that you're eating. Very often it's dairy or soy. They can have intolerances, is what we call it. So that, in that first year of life, they can, really be aggravated by the dairy that you're eating, and that milk protein does go through your breast milk and goes to the baby. This is a cow's milk protein that a lot of human babies have a hard time digesting. And so that's something that you might have to avoid. But as far as like, do you need to eat something that's going to make the milk good? No. Okay. Yes, it's interesting that you can overhydrate, right, Tiffany? And this is something that, you'll hear moms talking about, guzzling water, thinking that's what's going to help them make more milk. And the truth is that the thing that makes more milk is frequent feedings, not delaying your feedings, having a good latch. All those things are going to be the things that help you make a good milk supply, which is the amount that your baby needs. All right. That's really what a good milk supply is what your baby needs to eat, not more, not less. But this overhydration can actually cause you to decrease your supply. And so I highly discourage you from doing that. Again, it comes down to, how much do you need to stay hydrated? All right. Dehydration can decrease your supply, but overhydration can also decrease your supply. It doesn't increase it. All right. Yes. And Kaylee's putting in the chat here, there's a lot of really good videos in the video library. So, make sure if you have questions about that, you're checking that out. And by the way, that on that video library, there's so many Q&As and there's so many shows that we've done over the years. And questions like this, like specific questions, if you are looking for a specific answer, one of the things that does come included when you purchase the course, so if you purchase Simply Breastfeeding or you purchase the all course bundle, you do get a search feature. And I'm not sure that if you guys have ever check that out. But the search feature does have you have the ability to type these type of questions in and go right to the spot in the videos where I'm talking about it and answering those questions. So that's one of the amazing bonuses of the courses if you do go ahead and upgrade and get the course. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have here? Do we want to give a code out? Should we give out a bonus code right now? I think we should do a bonus code. Let's do the breastfeeding bonus code. Okay, this is on your bonus code, your bonus card. It's for your bonus card, breastfeeding bonus card in the My Baby Experts app. Here's your code. Okay, I'm going to put it into the chat. I'm not going to say it out loud because you have to be here live to get it. Okay, so, and we're doing some live streams in the evening. So this way, if anybody's working, they can still come now. You know, some of you will be here during the day tomorrow doing Jamie and I are going to be here tomorrow at 3 o'clock. But tonight we are going to be doing evening. Okay. Let's see. So we are going to do the breastfeeding bonus code for the breastfeeding bonus card. All right. That's hard to say. Here's your code. Ready? This is for the breastfeeding. There you go. Okay. That is for the breastfeeding code. Got it? Type it back if you got it. There you go. Okay, cool. Excellent. Anybody filling up the card? We're waiting for everybody to fill up their cards for the breastfeeding giveaway. Nice. All right, you guys. Let's keep it going here. Let's see. Another question. Shayla also asked the question, what symptoms do you notice when a child has a dairy intolerance, which is what we were just referring to and discussing. Some of the symptoms of a dairy intolerance is fussiness, gassiness. They can even have rashes. They can have, just irritability. Okay, irritability. They do a lot of like pulling off the breast often when that's happening because their tummy hurts. Their poop can be a little bit greenish, which can be a sign of just an irritated bowel. Those are all things, and then even all the way to the point of having some blood in the stool as well. Okay, that can happen from the irritation as well. Yes, and they can spit up a lot. So yes, spitting up, irritability, fussiness, green stools, bloody stools. Those are all signs of a dairy intolerance. And I'll tell you, when the baby is intolerant, depends on the degree of it. Both of my children, both my girls had this. Okay, they don't have milk allergies. But they for that first year of their life, they were definitely very intolerant of me having any kind of dairy at all. I mean, I'm talking like just sprinkling a little Parmesan cheese on my pasta, and we would be up all night. And it was pretty quick that the reaction would happen after I would have any kind of dairy. It would go right into my milk, and then they would just hate it, and it'd be terrible. And I did have to give up all dairy through both of the while breastfeeding both of the girls. And it's easy to do when you know how difficult it makes it and how much they suffer from it. So you just kind of give it all up. And I know that so many of you have had that issue. Yes, mucus, they can have mucus in their poo as well. That's true. Projectile vomiting, all those like gastrointestinal symptoms will usually present themselves when they have some kind of an intolerance. And it's really the first thing to consider. So if you think your baby's reacting to something in your diet or something that you're eating, the first thing that you would think of is dairy, because it's the most common one. Okay, it's the most common one. So that'd be the first thing that I would cut out is the dairy. Usually if they have a dairy intolerance, they also have an intolerance to soy as well. So look for those look for those ingredients in foods as well. Sometimes it can be hidden inside of different foods, and there's so much that has both of those in it that it can sometimes be a little bit difficult, but it is doable, and it really just brings you back to eating much more whole foods, meats and vegetables and fruits and grains and things like that. All right. And that's really what you're going to eat more of, which is healthy for you too. But looking for things that are dairy free. So many babies are sensitive to that. But those are the symptoms to look for. They can also be symptoms of other things too. So just keep in mind that, a fussy baby, it's not always about the dairy. It could be other things happening as well. All right. So, also make sure you're burping your babies. Okay. I just want to say that, that's one thing that so often is the issue, is that they're, gulping really hard. They need to be burped. Even if they're breastfed, they still need to burp. And, that's something that is sometimes a myth as well, is that breastfed babies don't need to be burped while they do. I don't know. Have you guys watched my burping video? I have a burping video where I teach you how to burp the baby. Maybe we'll talk about that. You guys want to talk about burping a little bit? It's really interesting because babies really, they swallow a lot of air, and they do need to get that air up. And even if they're sucking at the breast, anybody who swallows is swallowing air. Okay. Now, when they're drinking from a bottle, can they get more air? Yes, for varied reasons, depending on how the bottle is, and could it be getting more air into them, or maybe the flow is faster and they're gulping harder. All those reasons can actually have the baby swallow more air. But when they're breastfed, they can definitely swallow air, and you can know that while you're breastfeeding. Often while you're nursing, you'll see the baby latch on. You'll have that initial letdown. The milk is flowing really fast. The baby starts to really gulp. And very quickly, they start to pull off, and they're arching their back and they're pulling off. And you're thinking, God, it just got started. Why are they pulling off? And what they're telling you is, I need to be burped. That's that pain of the air going down. So when you think about, drinking a soda or a beer really fast and those bubbles go down and it hurts, that's what the baby's telling you, is that it's hurting, and they need to be taken off the breast, and they need to burp and then put them back. And so many times when I do my I've taken care of moms for so many years with breastfeeding, and so often they would come in, baby has reflux, the baby's now on medications, I'm not eating anything, I'm down to like nothing in my diet because they're, we can't figure out why the baby is so gassy. And it really was just a matter of getting that air up. Mom has a overactive letdown, or a nice big supply of milk, and so the letdown happens, and milk starts flowing, and that baby is gulping really hard and not coming off the breast to burp. The pain causes them to suck because they're trying to soothe themselves, so they keep on eating, and now more milk is going down on top of that air. It's not coming up. And now, if you don't get it up, it has to go through, right? So now you're talking hours of waiting for that air to get pass through and come out the other end, while they're fussy and uncomfortable. All right. So I would say that getting a burp up is really important. I actually have my baby right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I do my burping. Okay. This is like what I do in my video. So most people, right, when you think of burping, you think of this, right? You said, throwing them over your shoulder, patting them, or holding them and patting their back. Okay. And then what winds up happening is that you get frustrated. The baby's not burping. So people start to pat a little harder. While this can work, you don't really need to pat to get the air out. This is not doing anything. All right. Patting is not doing anything. And it actually can be causing the baby to not burp, because what you need in order to get that air out is for the baby to be relaxed. They need to have their diaphragm nice and relaxed, and they need to not be crying. So one is that they're relaxed, not crying. And the third thing is they have to be awake. It's very hard to burp a sleeping baby, if not impossible. Okay, so they need to be awake, and they need to, let's see. Okay. We're not having an issue, right, Kaylee? It's on her end. She's worried. Okay. They need to be not sleeping, and they need to be calm, all right, not crying. Now, how do you achieve that? All right, if the baby's uncomfortable, how do you achieve that? Patting can actually cause them to tense up, and then that causes them to not burp. Whereas the method that I use for burping a baby, and if you have a new little one and you want to try this, I would love for you to try it now if you have your baby with you. But what I do is I go ahead and I put my fingers here underneath their chin. Okay. It's not around their neck. It's under the chin here, like on the jawbone. Okay. So you're kind of holding them here. And then what I do is I tuck one pinky right here underneath their arm. Okay. So that it goes like this. They put your pinky under their arm. This stabilizes their head and their neck. Okay. And you put your hands right here so that you're holding their chin. And then with your other hand, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and grab their butt like this. Okay. So you're going to really grab their butt and you're going to kind of lean them forward this way so that the heel of your hand is putting a little bit of pressure on this chest bone right here. Okay. On their diaphragm. So again, a pinky under the arm, hands under the chin, grab the butt. Okay. Lean them forward, all right? So they're not falling backwards too. Lean them forward, all right? And then start moving them up and down around this pace, okay? So that they can feel it without shaking. You're not doing it too fast and you're not doing it too slow or they can't feel it. It's sort of in this pace, okay? This pace like this. And just and you're going to work your arms too, okay? You're going to get a nice workout for your arms, but you're going to move the baby up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay. What you're going to see is that the baby, first of all, from the movement, completely relaxes. And because of the movement, they stay awake. All right. So they stay awake. They can feel themselves moving, but that movement relaxes them. And you will see that the baby is going to burp. Now, if the baby's crying, remember I told you that the baby has to be not crying to burp as well, because they need to be relaxed. You can also shush in their ear. Okay, you can shush in their ear while you're doing it. So it would be like this. They're crying. You come over and you go shh, 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 like that. Okay, something that is loud enough for them to hear it. And because you're making those sounds to calm them is what you're doing. You're making this shushing sound so that it calms the baby. And by moving them up and down, you're going to get that burp out. All right. As they start to get bigger, for some moms, it's just too hard on their arms. You can also do the same thing by putting them over your shoulder and moving them this way too. Okay. But the patting can very often prevent the burp from getting out. All right. Your baby burps almost every time doing this. Yeah, no, it's amazing. And especially if you're in the middle of nursing. So you're nursing the baby, you just latched, you've got, the baby, your letdown happens, and all of a sudden your baby arches their back and they're trying to get off. That's the baby telling you, I need to burp. Okay, you need to understand baby language in order to do that. Baby's telling you need to burp. That's when you take the baby off, you put your finger under here, you hold the baby, and now you're doing this, you get that burp, and then right back to the breast. Okay. For some people, depending on like how hard the baby's swallowing, how much milk is coming out at a time, you may need to do this every few minutes just to get that air out so you can continue with the feedings. Often if the baby keeps swallowing air, they can feel almost artificially full, where that air is filling their belly. And so they fall back asleep. They're not hungry anymore. But then an hour later, they're screaming and they're hungry. Okay, so if that's happening a lot, you're not able to finish the feedings, try getting some of this air out. Okay, Brandy said, mine didn't like it. Okay, so make sure that if they're crying, if they're acting like they don't like it, that you do the shushing. Okay, add the shushing to it if they're crying. And that's the Love to Dream swaddle up that I have on this baby here, if anybody's interested. Okay, you can see that in the carousel as well. Okay, should we do another prize? Want to do another prize? All right, let's do another prize. We're going to do another hot pop. Giving away one more hot pop, okay? That's the popcorn maker. Now I really want popcorn. Now I'm really craving it. Ah, okay, so I'm gonna have it right after we're done tonight. All right, so if you want to win the hot popcorn maker, okay, I'm gonna give this away right now. Go ahead and enter a number right now between 1 and 1,000. We have another number for you. Okay, enter a number between 1 and 1,000. This is for the popcorn maker. The second one of the night. Between 1 and 1,000. Enter. And now listen, if you are not watching us right now on Amazon Live, click through the link. Okay, make sure you're coming over to Amazon to watch. That's where the giveaway is happening. All right, so if you're anywhere else right now and you want to enter, just click through the link and come give the number. Come give us your number right now. I'm waiting for you guys to enter your numbers here. Come on, let's see. Did everybody give a number? Oh, there's, okay, it wasn't scrolling, right? I'm trying to see who's coming closest to our number for tonight. Did everybody enter? Did everybody put a number in? Okay, we have a winner. We do have a winner. We do have a winner. And the winner is, this is for the hot pop. The winner is, okay, I'll tell you what the secret number is. Okay, the number is 704. 704, which means that makes Daisy at 703. You almost got it right on the nose there, okay? You couldn't have come any closer without going over, Daisy. You are the winner. Congratulations. Daisy wins the hot pop. Congratulations, honey. Okay, you win. 703. Yay! Congratulations. All right. And I also have another code for you. We're going to do another code too. You guys ready for another code? All right. This one is for the October giveaway. This is the code in our October giveaway. We have, you go into the app, you go over to the member card in the app, and you just accumulate your points. And those points at the end of the month, are going to add up all those points. We're going to take all the points that you accrued, okay? And every day this month, you're getting points. This is today's points. Those are your entries into the October giveaway. And our October giveaway is amazing, okay? It's over $2,000 in prizes. It's got strollers and car seats and crib mattresses, and pretty much everything you see here is in the giveaway, including we even have all the Dapple stuff here. Everything's going to be in the giveaway. We have the baby Catan. We have the diaper bags. We have the Love to Dream. We have the Le Petit Creme. We have everything. Okay. And we're actually, I think this month is the, we have the, I'm trying to think what's in the giveaway this month. We have so many things between the strollers and the car seats. Oh my God, so many things. Amazing. The selfie stroller from Peg. Incredible. Yeah. All right. Let's give you the code for the October giveaway. All right. Let me just grab it here for you. Here's your code. Where is it? Oh my goodness. Okay, here's your code. Ready? I'm going to just say October. October giveaway code is here's your code. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Fantastic. Extra codes. All right, yeah, Faith, you came back just in time for the code there. All right, yes, and Kaylee's reminding you guys the code is only valid till 11:45 Eastern tonight, so please make sure that you enter. All right, you go and you enter your code so that you get your points for tonight. Yes, it works. Okay, great. Fantastic, fantastic. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? We have other things to talk about too. Let me see if I'm just going to scroll back and look and see. Oh, thank you, Kaylee. Kaylee put all the prizes for the October giveaway. We've got the Evenflow Gold Revolve 360 car seat, the all-in-one convertible. You got the Baby Trend Tango travel system, the Peg selfie, the Bundle of Dreams crib mattress. I mean, it's amazing. The Scowl carrier, incredible, incredible. Such a great prize. I can only imagine if I was a new mom and getting that prize in the mail. I would be so excited. Makes me so happy to give it away. Makes me so happy. Can't imagine what it's like to get it. Let's see. Edith is asking me, how do I prevent mastitis while trying to lower your milk supply? Okay, so if you've got an oversupply, that is definitely going to put you at risk for developing mastitis. The best way that I would say to do that is to decrease your supply slowly, Edith. You don't want to just go long stretches without expressing milk from the breast. Okay, so if that means that you have to slowly wean down off of that supply, you need to do that. If you're feeding, what I would do is feed the baby on one side only. Okay, so that if you've got this big oversupply and I know you have a new little one, feed the baby on one side for the entire feeding and then try to wait till the next feeding. Now, if the other side is just too engorged to do that, you can express a little bit of milk from that side to keep the breast a little bit emptied, but not drain the breast. If you go and you pump and drain that breast from the entire side, you're going to just make that much more later. And so to lower your supply, you have to demand less from the breast, but keeping the breast too full can definitely increase your risk of mastitis. You can also try ice packs on the breast. Okay, so that's going to help with some of the inflammation to like reduce some of the milk as well as cause, make it not so painful as well. So some ice packs to the breast in between. You can also try cabbage leaves on the breast. So take like a green cabbage, like just regular green cabbage, take the leaf off the cabbage. I would actually keep it in the refrigerator so that it's nice and cold, because now you got the combination of the cabbage leaf with the cold together, and just kind of use a rolling pin to soften up the leaf. Cabbage leaf is sort of the size, and it's probably how they figured out that this even works, because it's sort of the size of the breast, or it fits nicely over the breast. Just roll it out a little so it's a little softened, and then put the cabbage leaf inside your bra and let it sit up against your breast. The cabbage leaf can actually help to cause some of the extra fluids in the breast to reabsorb back into the body so that you don't have to express it, but decrease the amount of milk that's in the breast, right? This is just one of those very natural ways that can help. And cabbage leaves can definitely do that. Just don't overdo it, because it can really work. And then it can actually decrease your supply too much. So just enough. I would say that keeping it on maybe while you're feeding. So maybe you're doing the feeding on the right side. You put the cabbage on the left side during that feeding. That's a good amount of time to keep it in there. Okay. You've been pumping 5 minutes only every 3 hours, but today they feel like they're on fire, but not hot to the touch. Okay. You just want to be careful that you don't go too far with it, Edith, that, you want to make sure that you're not that you're not going from like too much to not nursing enough, not expressing enough, where all of a sudden your milk completely stops. Okay. That it actually goes down too far. All right. So, but pumping on 5 minutes, pumping now, are you feeding too? So why are you pumping? This is the question I have, is like, why are you pumping in addition to feeding, is my question. Is it just to get some of that extra milk out? Is that why? You can answer here in the chat and I'll be able to see it. Let's see. Brandy's asking, you're fixing to try out the the Bamboobies lactation supplement. Is it better with hot or cold milk? Is this, we were talking about the supplements here. Let me just pull some of these up here. Okay, so we've got, there's all kinds of teas that Bamboobies makes. Okay, they've got different teas for lactation. They've also got teas for, you know, milk production. They've got teas for pregnancy. This is really nice. These sweet relief heartburn teas. This is morning sickness tea. This is heartburn relief tea. This is the mango passion fruit more milk. Okay, and this is really nice too. It's a caffeine-free, sugar-free, promotes milk flow, breast milk production. This is a really nice product as well. And then you've also got the apple cinnamon more milk. All the teas here. Okay, I got all those teas. I'm not sure which one you're talking about other than these here. This is the lactation support Bamboobies. More milk. And this is the chocolate. Is this the one that you're talking about, the supplement here? To mix with water or milk? Is that what you're asking me? Mixing it, I can't even say, with mixing it with water or milk. I'm going to just look it up here and see what it says here. Let me open it. That one, the chocolate. Yeah. These, the little packets. I think that you could mix it with either, really. Okay, so you can mix it with, it says here, take one packet daily, increase as needed, do not exceed 3 packets per day. Okay, stir the packet with 6 ounces of milk or dairy alternative and mix well. Yeah, it looks like you'd want to do some kind of a milk. All right. Oh, the question was hot or cold. Sorry. It is milk. Yes, it's milk. Do you want to do it hot or cold? You could really do it with either. Okay. It's going to be a warm drink or a cold drink. Either way, hot or cold. It doesn't matter. But you want to do it with milk. So, yes. I guess as it gets into the fall season here and into the winter, we can make little hot chocolates out of these, or you can use it like a chocolate milk. All right, and that's the lactation support. They also make it in the there's an energy boost, and then they also have a strawberry flavored one too. So for anybody who's not really into chocolate, you also have the strawberry flavored lactation support from Bamboobies. Ah, Joe just threw them in there. Yes, Frappuccino. Yes, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yeah, that looks delicious. All right. So milk, hot or cold. Sorry about that. Pumpkin spice latte. Yeah, I'm not really into pumpkin. It's not my thing. Joe loves pumpkin. Anything that's pumpkin in this house, it all goes to him because I'm not into pumpkin. Don't like it. Oh, good. He just threw them all in here for you. Mm-hmm. Edith says he uses me as a pacifier. Let's see. I have been pumping 5 minutes every day. He can't fit my nipples into his mouth, so I have to pump. Edith, have you gone to a lactation consultant? Have you made an appointment, sweetheart, with somebody to have this evaluated? Because that really you really need to be like talking to somebody. You can't just do this on your own or it's all going to be a mess. All right. As you can see, it's already, you're struggling with it. You have gone to a lactation consultant. Okay, good. And they could not help you to latch the baby. It's very unusual that your nipple would not fit inside the baby's mouth. Very unusual. So I'm just questioning that there's that for some reason you're unable to latch the baby. Is that what's going on? I'll wait for your answer here. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have? Do you guys want to know what the last prize is that I'm going to give away? Your baby has lip ties and we have to use a shield. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that makes more sense. And I'm glad that you're seeing someone. Oh, that's Shayla. Okay. So yes. So what about Edith? Did Edith see a lactation consultant? I want to know if that's happening. You do need to see somebody. Wait for the delay. Thanks, Joe. I also have used the shield. Okay. Edith, I'm not sure whether you're actually seeing somebody as seeing a lactation consultant, but you need to do that. All right. Okay. Do you guys want to know what the prize is? The last prize that we have for the night? I'm not giving it out yet, but we do have one more prize, and the prize is from Milky's Fairhaven. Okay. We love the Milky's products I was showing you before. That's the milk trays, the Milky's milk trays that I showed you before. We also have the Milky's Milk Saver. This is the awesome product that if you're leaking, will catch your milk without having it all go into the pads. Okay, so this is the Milk Saver. And the prize tonight is going to be a $25 gift card from Milky's. Okay, so you can use it on anything you want. All right, we're giving out a gift card. And that means you get whatever you want. Pick whatever you want. Okay, yes. So this is the Milk Saver. Okay, this goes right inside your bra. It collects up to 2 ounces of milk. It's very soft plastic. Okay, that's a BPA-free plastic, but it is going to hold its shape. There's quite a few others, even here on Amazon, that you'll see on the market that are silicone, and they're way too soft. And what happens is it can collapse. So then it's going to spill the milk. And that's why it's important to have something like this. It has a little lid on it so that, you know, it doesn't pour out easily when you're moving around. Okay. Yeah, you bought an off-brand and it leaks bad. I'm telling you, it's so worth it. Like, going cheap on these things is not worth it. All right. Not that this is super expensive, but it is worth the money. Okay. You want to go for the real thing. That's the Milky's. This is the original. All right. And then it also comes with this nice little case here that you can rest it on. This is also easy to pour. So you can create a little, so it's plastic, but you see how flexible it is. Okay, then you can pour it into your milk trays so that you can store that 1 ounce at a time. This is the larger version. This is the Milk Saver. They also have the Milk Saver on the go, which is a smaller version of this, and I'll show you that too. The Milk Saver on the go is a small version that can hold 1 ounce at a time. Okay, and it comes with 2 inside of here. So it's a smaller one where you're actually putting your nipple inside here. You put it right inside your bra and hold it in place, and it can catch 1 ounce. All right. And this one is going to come with 2 in the box. These are the Milk Saver on the go, and Joe's highlighting that for you in the carousel for you right now. All right, so that's the Milk Saver on the go. You also have the Milky's Freeze. Okay, this is the Milky's Freeze. Milky's Freeze is for storing and organizing your breast milk storage bags in the freezer, so that they're not all over the place. It's easier to get the one that is like oldest, so you can use your oldest milk first. Okay, this was just like a container that just sits inside your freezer. There's a metal plate here that, you know, just pops right on the top. What that does is when you're ready to, you have your milk store, you know, you pour your milk into the milk storage bag, you get the air out, you seal it, you date it, you do all that with it. You lay it right on the top in here inside the freezer. And what that's going to do is it's going to level out the milk inside the bag and freeze it, make it freeze really quick inside the metal plate. All right. And it's going to freeze in a nice flat shape. Okay, and then as soon as it's frozen, you're going to just pop it right inside of here, so they're going to stack, and as they fall down through, the ones on the bottom are going to be the oldest, so that you're using your milk in that order. Okay, it's really, really smart. You can even put multiples of these in the freezer. So say you're using, you know, a freezer, maybe it's, you know, an extra freezer that you got, or you have room inside your freezer where you're going to put 2. You can put them right side by side as well. All right. And so it's really, really easy to use. It's great. Like if somebody else is watching the baby too, and you're like, okay, just pull from the bottom. That's where we're getting them from. And I'm trying to remember how many. It holds up to 60 ounces. So that's about, I would say it's gonna take about, you know, 10 bags. Actually, no, it's gonna take more than that. Maybe 12. You're really freezing like about 4 ounces at a time. So, you know, it can hold up to 60 ounces, it's saying. And I'm trying to think. fill the breast milk with, they're saying 2 to 8 ounces of breast milk, but 8 ounces is a lot. I would say it's not going to be 8 ounces in a bag. All right, so that's the Milky's Freeze, and I'm going to put this back in here. And then also for Milky's, we also have a couple other products here in the carousel. And these are all going to be, you know, things that you can purchase with your gift card. There's also the nursing postnatal vitamins and the nursing blend postnatal vitamins. Okay, these are both really good, thorough, complete multivitamins to take postpartum. So, you know, you're going to switch over from these from your prenatal to a postnatal vitamin, especially if you're breastfeeding. And the difference between the two is one has fenugreek, which is an herb that can help you with your milk supply. Okay, if you are having issues with the milk supply, the nursing blend, you would use this one instead of the nursing postnatal. Okay, other than that, they're pretty similar, I would say. If you're not having issues with supply, just go with the nursing postnatal. It's nice. It has the vitamin D. It has everything that you need for for postpartum, as a postpartum multivitamin. All right, made by a company that you can really trust. And that's the thing, you know, you're looking at supplements here. Maybe you're here on Amazon, you're looking at different vitamins. A lot of them, you got to be really careful about what you're purchasing, who you're getting them from. That's what I love about Milky's and Fairhaven in general, is that you know that these are tested, they're made in the USA, they go through all kinds of strict regulations. The company is just the best. Okay, I know them personally. I've been working with them for a really long time. Their customer service is great, so that if you have any questions about any of their supplements or any, you know, anything, you're not sure which one to buy or which one to get, just call Fairhaven directly, and you have good people on the phone who can answer your questions. All right. We also have other products from Fairhaven, and these are going to be available if you get the gift card too, but they're here in the carousel. This is the Baby Dance, okay, and this is the fertility lubricant. It's a lubricant that's safe, made without parabens. Safe, does not harm the sperm, okay? It is going to be something that, you know, a lot of people don't realize that that lubricants that you're using for intimacy can sometimes interfere with conception, and that's like the opposite of what you want if you're trying to get pregnant. Okay, you don't want to just use regular lubricant when you're trying to get pregnant. You want to make sure that you're using something that's going to be safe, and it's going to not only not interfere by killing sperm, but it's with Baby Dance, it's actually going to help the sperm get to their location and to their destination. Okay, helps the sperm get to their egg. All right, and that's what you want, is something like this that's going to help. All right, so that's Baby Dance. And then we also have Baby It, and Baby It is a perineal massage gel, and it's also a gel that can be used postpartum for like a soothing gel on the perineum. If you've had any stitches or any tearing or anything like that, the Fairhaven Baby It is fantastic for afterwards as well. So during pregnancy, you can use this. It's an isotonic solution, so it's going to be similar to the cells on your body. All right, you're going to use it for perineal massage. That is a way to help your body get ready and prepared for the delivery. It comes with instructions on how to do perineal massage as well. Like I said earlier, I'm a midwife, and I did a lot of births, and I worked with a lot of moms during labor and delivery. And perineal massage was one of those things that I recommended to all of my patients during pregnancy to help the perineum to stretch, to help you get used to the feeling of the stretch, which is actually a big part of how to deliver with control, so that a slower birth is a birth that will be easier to do without tearing. Okay, so you want to go slowly, and preparing for that is important. And I think perineal massage is a big piece of that. You can do it yourself, you can do it with a partner, and Baby It is what you want to use. Okay. All really awesome products. Okay, really awesome products. And so those are them. And then there's also other, I don't have the, I didn't pull it out of the closet. We also have some other fertility supplements too, that are specifically from Fairhaven Health and that you can use as well. It's the Ava Boost from Fairhaven, and you've got the Fertile Aid for Men. Okay, these are great fertility supplements. They're for preparing and just having a healthy conception, getting your body ready to be able to. It has all the nutrients that your body needs to prepare itself for having a healthy pregnancy. And that's not just for you, but it's also for dads as well. Okay, it really goes both ways. Prior to the conception, it's really a two-way street. All right, with the Ava Boost for women, you've got vitamins that help support female ovulation. It helps support the egg quality, the hormone balance. It helps regulate your cycle. And it's something that you can use as a regular multivitamin that also supports all that. And it is on deal. It's not on deal, but there is a good price on this right now. Let's see. $29.95 for the Ava Boost for women. Okay. And again, manufactured in the USA. It's just really, and it also has all the antioxidants that you need. Okay. The CoQ10, the vitamin E, alpha lipoic acid, all of those things. Okay. There's no wheat, there's no gluten, yeast, dairy, animal products, artificial colors, artificial preservatives. It has none of that in it. So a very, very good supplement for mom. And then for dad, you've got the Fertile Aid for Men. And this one here is going to be, helps to boost the sperm count and the motility of the sperm. So it supports the count and the motility, which is important in actually conceiving. Okay. Healthy morphology, which is the way that the sperm develops, and making sure that they're healthy sperm that are getting to the egg. And then also a complete vitamin blend that is just a good multivitamin with all the antioxidants as well for dad. And again, you want to have both healthy prior to conception. All right. So there you go. Those are two really, really good supplements if you're trying to conceive or if you're planning a baby. All right. We're going to take care of everyone tonight. Let's see. What else? Do we have any other questions? Any other breastfeeding, pregnancy questions, postpartum questions? We did burping tonight. We haven't talked about burping in so long. Let me see. I'm going to look at my notes here from you guys. There are other questions that came. Carla, let's answer Carla's question because I saw her here. She said, my son was born 5 pounds, 4 ounces, and they told me he was too small to breastfeed. I never could get him to latch. Is it true that they don't have enough strength when they are small? Honestly, it doesn't really matter if they're small. Sometimes you can have a baby that's small that can be very sleepy, or if they have any kind of medical problems that can cause them to be, to have a poor latch. But just being small is not really, universally doesn't mean that they're not going to be able to nurse or that they don't have the energy to nurse. What I would recommend is lots and lots of skin to skin. Okay, so having a small baby, any baby, okay, all babies need skin to skin, but that really does help to get their natural reflexes to kick in and latch on a nurse. And so 5'4", small. What was the baby's gestational age? Was the baby preemie? You could have a baby that was supposed to be 9 pounds and is premature and 5'4", or you could have a baby that is full term, was supposed to be 6 pounds or just 5, small, but not young. It's a very different question. So if you're very premature versus just small, what's the reason? All right, that would be my answer. I don't think that just being small is the answer. And I don't even think that's the reason why you couldn't get him to latch. If they told you that he was too small to feed and then he wasn't fed or breastfed from the beginning, and 38 weeks called him a full-term preemie. Yeah, he really wasn't really that much of a preemie, okay? If they told you that he couldn't, because he was small, that he needed to be supplemented, that could have been the reason why the baby didn't want to latch to the breast, all right? So if right from the beginning he was fed bottles and didn't want to breastfeed because of that, that could be the reason why he never latched. I would say that if you have another baby, you have another small baby, um, I would do skin to skin and keep on expressing milk. And, even if you have to spoon feed the baby in the beginning, even if you have to, do it that way, you try to keep putting them back to the breast because a small baby can definitely feed. Um, Brandy said, people try to say small boobs mean you can't breastfeed, but you can, your boob size doesn't matter. No, your boob size does not matter. You can make a ton of milk with very small breasts. You can also have very large breasts and not make enough milk. So it has nothing to do with that. The breast size has very, very little to do with milk supply, if anything. Okay. Very little to do with it. Yeah. I've seen women with very, very small breasts and tons of milk. Even when their whole family's telling them they're not going to be able to do it because their breasts are small, tons of milk, tons and tons of milk. So yeah, it has nothing to do with it. Let's see. Amber said, my cousin recently told me that her friend transmitted COVID through breast milk to her baby. Is this really possible? I only heard of antibodies passed to baby through breast milk. Um, yeah, I don't think, I think what they've seen is that COVID does not pass through breast milk to the baby. COVID is passed through respiratory droplets. So if you're breastfeeding your baby, most likely you are breathing on your baby, and that's how the baby would get it. You're right, the antibodies do pass. So if you do have COVID or have had COVID, those antibodies are going to pass to the baby and offer protection to the baby. All right. So, yeah, I think they determined pretty early on that COVID does not transmit through breast milk. It's transmitting through your respiration. Okay. The way you breathe, the droplets that come out. Let's see. What's the chat going on here? Your son's family tried telling you that about breast size. Yeah. Everybody's got these myths. It's so crazy. Like everybody's got stories about what's true about breastfeeding. Or it's why it's my favorite thing is to talk about the myths and misconceptions about breastfeeding, because it's the thing that throws off moms from doing it. You hear these things that are not even true, and you follow that advice that was not good to begin with, or you follow that advice that was inaccurate, and you made assumptions about your own experiences and why things went wrong or how they went wrong, and then you end up not breastfeeding because of it. It's why it's so important to learn what's normal. It's so important to learn lactation physiology and, like, really, how does your body work, and how do you make milk? How does the baby eat? I mean, we're mammals. If you think about this, okay, we survived because we can do this. And so this idea that, half the population just can't do it is not true. We don't see this in other species. We don't see this in other mammals. Okay. And you have to think about that. It's so much of this is so much interference, and misunderstanding of what to do. Often we create a lot of the issues. And I always think about how our bodies are, for someone to be able to really to get pregnant, to carry a baby to full term, to deliver that baby, and then not be able to feed it. It's very rare for that to happen. Okay, for you to be able to get pregnant on your own. There's some people who do have fertility issues and hormonal issues that can also impact breastfeeding. And I'm not saying there are people who have real issues, medical reasons why they're unable to do it, or that they have difficulty doing it. Let me say that. I don't see a lot of people who just can't do it or can't produce any milk. Even if they need to supplement, they can produce some. But to think that so many women, carry these babies and then can't feed them is just not true. Okay. It is just not true. And that's been my experience over take it for what it's worth. Okay, 30 years. Yes, our bodies are amazing, and our bodies work hand in hand. It's just all the interference. Baby comes out, baby, gets wrapped up, bathed, and taken, away from mom and not where they're supposed to be, which is right on mom's body, on their skin. All that. If you haven't watched Simply Breastfeeding, please do that. Do yourself a favor. Even if you're done breastfeeding, watch the program, because it's going to teach you so much that you could even pass along to someone else. I know there's going to be a lot of aha moments when you're watching that. And I talk about the birth a lot. It matters. It really matters what you do after delivery. And that skin to skin is a huge component of getting the baby accustomed to the outside world, helping them regulate all of their bodily functions, their breathing, their temperature, their heart rate, all of it. And on top of that, breastfeeding. Because when the baby is prone on mom, it triggers their body to breastfeed. And I'll get calls from moms who are in the hospital. They're like, the baby won't wake up. They're so sleepy. The nurses are coming back. They want to, supplement the baby. And I'll say, unwrap that baby right now. Take your shirt off, do skin to skin, and just leave the baby there. And it's amazing what you'll see is, within an hour, the baby will lift their head. They'll start looking for the breast. They start rooting all the natural instincts that are inborn in a baby, the way that you would see like in an animal baby, in another mammal. Okay, you have little mammals that will find their way to the breast. How do they do that? Like what's happening that an animal baby can just, a puppy knows exactly how to like make its way to the nipple, latch on and eat. How do they do that? It's through instincts. And to think that human babies don't have those same instincts, they do. They just have to be in the right environment for that to kick in. Wrapped up in a blanket, they're unable to do that. All right. So don't get me started, because I could go all night on this topic alone. But I really want to make that understood, okay, that you guys are perfect, and that if you're struggling at all with breastfeeding, get help. Find somebody knowledgeable. Find a lactation consultant, somebody who really knows what they're talking about, all right? And quite often that is not your pediatrician. They're not lactation consultants. They're not specialists in breastfeeding. And so I always say that the best pediatricians are the ones who refer you to a lactation consultant if you're having any problems feeding at all. All right, those are the best pediatricians. And so I want you to really advocate for yourself. You were separated from your baby after a pretty terrible C-section, didn't get to see him for a few hours. I wonder if that was part of Carla, yeah, it unfortunately that is probably a big part of the problem and what happens, the separation, and then not getting the support after, because sometimes we go through things like a C-section, and nobody can help it. We want you to be healthy, like you obviously, number one, you have to survive and be okay. But then what happens after that? And, dads can do skin to skin as well. And, you can catch up after that as well by having the right support and having somebody bring you the baby and continuing, you can catch up. And even if you've started and you've gotten off on the wrong foot, and maybe you're, giving formula now and you're unable to latch or whatever, most of these things can be turned around even after it's started. So I really encourage you to get somebody who knows what they're doing. All right, because that's the most important thing. Really get that good support. Yes, the golden hours. You're right. Giovanna's question. My question is, does it matter the size, shape the nipple is to breastfeed? I tried with both of the kids and it didn't work. Often it really doesn't matter. The baby's not usually nipple feeding, they're breastfeeding, which means that they're taking way more of the breast into their mouth, more of the areola. So the nipple has very little to do with the baby being able to suck. Usually, if you're feeding them right, if you're latching properly, it should have very little to do with it. Some people have inverted nipples, which can make it where the nipple goes in versus out, and sometimes that can make it a little bit more difficult to latch. Some people have flatter nipples, which can make it a little bit more difficult to latch. Again, comes down to positioning Positioning and latch is what really helps with that, so that, even with a flat or an inverted nipple, moms can still breastfeed. And there are tools and ways to deal with that as well. Um, what you want to do is make sure, again, here, I'm just going to keep saying it. Any issue, if things are not just going well, you get help right away, and it's like if you had a disease, okay, you don't just don't go to the doctor. You find a specialist and you figure out what's wrong, and you need somebody who really knows what they're doing. And that's the same thing with breastfeeding. If you're having a problem, you can't wait. These things have to be handled right away. Okay, so yeah, these could all be reasons. And if you're not educated and you don't learn, I don't know what it is. Like, a lot of people just don't take the time to learn before the baby comes. They'll take a childbirth class, but they may not take a breastfeeding class. Learning what to do beforehand is key to your success with this. One, that what's normal to look for and the basics of how your body functions. But the other piece of this is having some knowledge so that you have confidence. So that if somebody's telling you something and you go, that doesn't logically make sense to me, even though you're, a nurse, you got a white coat on, or you're the doctor, you may not be getting the right information, and that could derail you completely. All right. Not knowing who to turn to, like setting up so that who's the lactation consultant that you're going to reach out to. How are you going to get that support? Knowing all that before you deliver is really, really important. And I'm sure a lot of you can attest to that. We need a winner, don't we? I can talk all night, and I'm not going to. I'm going to give a winner. So let's do this. Let's pick another number. Okay. I think this is working well. Do you like this? Just pick a number. Pick a number between 1 and 1,000 right now. And someone is going to win the Fairhaven's, a $25 gift card from Fairhaven. So you can pick whatever you want of all the amazing Fairhaven Milky's products. All right. So let's get some numbers here in the chat. Pick a number between 1 and 1,000, and let's see who the winner is tonight. This is our final winner tonight. Our final winner. Keep going. Keep going. Let's see. Keep going. Who's going to win tonight? Who's going to win tonight? I'm going to give you some more time here. Go ahead. Keep picking. If everybody hasn't, we'll see when we're done here. Did everybody get a chance? Is that it? Did everybody enter their numbers? Any more numbers? Going once? Going twice? 3 times, and we are done. Okay, so the winner is, let's see, what is the number here? The winner is, the number that we picked for our third prize was 111. Okay, 111. That means that the winner is, I believe, and you guys could tell me if I'm wrong here, but I believe it's Christine, right? With 67. I think Christine chose 67. Yes. Yep. Yes, Kaylee is confirming that, right? 67. Christine, you are the winner. Congratulations. Yay. She's still here? There she is. Yay. Woohoo. Fantastic. Congrats, sweetheart. You win the Milky's Fairhaven gift card. You can use it on any of the products from Milky's or Fairhaven. All right. So that is our winner for tonight. So you guys, here's what's going to happen. We're going to be doing these Q&As. I think I like Thursday nights like this. We're going to keep this going for a little while and see how this goes. I think you guys had amazing questions. I want you to keep bringing your questions. I also am going to have some surprises for you each week. Okay. Jamie and I are going to be here tomorrow. We're going to still keep doing our regular times. Tomorrow's at 3:00 here on Amazon. Jamie and I will be doing our show here. Joe will be doing some more deal shows for you. And we'll do our girls' night, breastfeeding, pregnancy, birthing Q&As with the midwife here, okay, on Thursdays. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope it was a fun night. It was fun for me. I love this is my favorite topic, so I could sit here all night talking about it. I'm really happy that you guys yeah, Kaylee's asking you for your last name. So just throw it here in the chat so we can contact you. All right. And if you want to win any of the prizes, please make sure that you're downloaded and you're registered in the My Baby Experts app. That's how we will notify and connect with you for your prizes. Okay. So make sure. Amanda's saying she learned a lot from the Q&A session. I'm so happy to hear that. That's awesome. And you know what? You can always go into the app prior to the evening of and submit your question in the same tab. It'll always be there. That questions, the breastfeeding questions. You can put other questions if you have other questions, not technical questions or giveaway questions for me. When we do these Q&As, you can ask me whatever you want. All right, just throw it right here into that form inside the app, and that way when I go live and we do our Q&As, you can do that with me. And then maybe we'll even bring some of you up into the video so we can talk live. Would you guys be into that? Would anybody want to jump into the live stream with me and like sit side by side and I can answer your question like in person? Like where I can ask you questions back and we can identify and talk about some of this? Because I would love that if you guys want to jump into the live with me. I'm going to give you a second to answer that because I want to hear if you guys are into that. I would love to hear if you guys want to come do a live with me. You would do that, Giovanni? Oh, yeah. I would love that. All right. So maybe next week what we'll do is we will put the link in and we will take some questions and pick some people to come up into the live with us. All right. So all you have to do is click the link. You'll get on the camera and then we can just kind of have a conversation and you can ask me your questions live. We've done this before and it's so fun. Kaylee said, if no one wants to go on, Eli's always willing to talk to me. That's for sure. Yeah, that would be awesome. Let's do that. All right, let's plan to do, Kaylee, we're going to do this next week. Okay. We're going to bring them in live. All right. And who knows, maybe whoever gets picked will actually win something too. You never know around here. Always prizes for something, but I'm going to let you know what to do. All right. We'll post something in the app so you guys know what to do. And if you want to jump in, that would be really awesome. I would love to take the questions live. All right. We're going to say goodnight. It's getting late and I need popcorn. All right. So who's going to make some popcorn tonight? Go make your popcorn. I'm going to go make some popcorn, watch some TV, and fall asleep exhausted. And then I'll be back here tomorrow at 3 p.m. I hope you guys will join us. Thanks so much for spending the night with me. I enjoyed it. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay? You want cheesecake? I don't have any cheesecake for you. Are you having a craving? Oh, my God. All right, you guys. All right. So, wait a second. Hold on. Oh, the winner. We forgot to give the winner. I'm so sorry. We still have a breastfeeding winner to announce. Right? Is that what you're telling me, Kaylee? I forgot to announce the breastfeeding winner for the week. All right. Let's do it. I still have a winner. I'm so sorry. I'm saying goodnight and we didn't say goodnight to the winner. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to give you the winner for the breastfeeding giveaway for this week. And the winner is, I'm so sorry. The winner is, this is the weekly winner. The weekly winner, okay? Our weekly winner for the breastfeeding giveaway is Kelsey Hayden. Kelsey Hayden. That's our winner. There's too many winners. That's the thing. Too many prizes. I totally forgot. Okay, Kelsey Hayden won the breastfeeding giveaway. Congratulations. All right, Kaylee will get in touch with you. I don't even know if she's still here. I think she was here earlier. I'm not sure. But that is our winner for the week. All right. And then we're going to announce the winner every week on our Q&A. Okay. So that's when we'll find out when the winner is, when we do our Q&A. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to say goodnight. All right. I love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I'll see you all tomorrow. Mwah. Bye, everyone.